Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So today we're going to be talking Sinful colors again. They still have a lot of displays for us to go over. So we're starting with the Stone Crystal Shimmers. Now I actually filmed this review almost a month ago, and then shortly after I filmed that I discovered that there was one polish that I didn't have. There are 9 polishes in this collection, and their original polishes came out in this big display, like this big floor to boob display that had a bunch of different stuff, like new spring colors, all these Stone Crystal Shimmers except for one, and it says like I love spring or something like that. And then there's another display that they came out on and it said Spring Trippin on it. But then there's a third display that has the same ladies on it as Spring Trippin, but this time it says Desert Divas. And in that display, there's the one elusive green Super Cooper, which I will show you in this review. I did not find it on my own. My friend Stacy, hi Stacy, found it at a Rite Aid in Oregon. And she showed it to me and I said, "You lucky, that's the one I've been looking for." And she was just like, "Oh, okay." So she went ahead and picked out another one and sent it to me so that I'm able to give you this review in completion. So I wish that I liked this collection more than I do. I really wanted to like it, but the problem is for me, some of these are just lacking in opacity. They're supposed to be these muted earthy tones, and some of them just don't have enough opacity in 2 coats that you have to go in for the third, and even then I found streakiness, so I just wasn't like thoroughly loving these. And I think the reason why they made them streakier is so that we didn't have super opaque cream polish with these. What they are is they're little silver flakies in every single polish, and if you have your base too thick and too opaque, you can't see the flakies, or they end up kind of like sticking straight up. So you have to have like a nice balance, you know, with your base, and unfortunately in some of them I don't think it works out. So there's definitely more winners here for me. Like they're not all winners across the board, but there's some really pretty ones here. Lastly, I will say though that as always, the ones that I like the best aren't going to be the ones that you like the best. So I think that pretty generally you can just pick up a few. You don't need the whole collection, and pick up the ones that you like the colors of the best. So let's get to going. So I'm going to go in number order. As you know, or you may know, Sinful Colors does number their polishes. So I'm just going to kind of follow them along as they go from the lowest to the highest number in this collection. So the first polish up is this very beautiful light sky blue, and this is called Better Sedona-ed. With a little hyphen in there. This is number 2217. This is a color that I would have loved to love, but for me this is one of them that just didn't get opaque enough so that it was still a little bit streaky. I'm showing you 2 to 3 coats. You know, you kind of decide which way you'd want to wear it. I feel like I ended up going with 3 for the photo. Yeah, I wanted to love this one more, like I said, because it's a light blue and it's so pretty, but you know, I wasn't fully on board with this one. This one I did enjoy though. This is this beautiful tan shade, and it's called Just Deserts instead of Just Desserts. And this is number 2218, and I feel like this is one that it did work pretty well for. I was able to get a pretty good, you know, opacity at 2 coats, so I didn't feel like I had to pile on that 3rd coat. And there's not too much different to say here about formula between all of these polishes, because they pretty much are the same exact thing, and they all have those little identical little flakes in there. So yep, this one was one that I enjoyed. Next up, we have one of my favorites color-wise, and it does get nice and rich and opaque. This is the beautiful deep tealy green, and this is called Tealing Power. The only bummer about this one is it was trying to stay in the finger, my finger around the nail, the skin around the nail. So just be careful with this when you're taking it off. That is kind of a bummer about it, but it is a very pigmented color, so that can sometimes happen. But yeah, the color on this one, if you don't care about if it's going to stain you or not, I really liked this one. Another that I really enjoyed, there are 3 kind of purpley toned polishes in this collection, and this is the darkest one. This is the darkest polish out of the collection, and this is called Namaste the Night, number 2220. And it's just beautiful. It's like a deep, rich blackberry, but it's a dusty blackberry, so it's not like full-on blackberry. How many times can we say blackberry? Yeah, you guys, I really like the shade. Again, like I said in the earlier part of the video, it's more about like color preferences, like which ones you really like, but I did enjoy this one. Next up, we have the polish I have on my nails today, and this one was one of the biggest letdowns for me, I think because I really wanted it to be good. This one is called Clay Me 2221, and I wanted it to look like how it did in the bottle, but because it didn't quite get enough opacity at 2 coats, I had to go for that third. Again, we still had some kind of streakiness issues, and so I just wanted to love this so much. I enjoyed the way I'm wearing it today. I'm wearing it as a topper over a different orangey coral shade, so I kind of like it that way best rather than trying to build this up on its own. And then I can really appreciate it because it actually does look, it's opaque enough in the base that it's not just going to be like a sheer cover over whatever you're wearing. Does that make sense? Like, it really does look like this color. So, I mean, you know, if you were to wear it over like a blue, it may not do that, but I really did like this best as a topper. All right, another of the purpley shades that I really enjoyed. This one is called Desert Rain, and it's just, it is what it is. It's like a lighter version of the, you know, the blackberry one we looked at before. Here's that word again, blackberry. Yeah, it's beautiful. Was one of the ones that I could get on board with. Alright guys, oh no, this is another one I didn't love that much. This is the gray, and I really wanted to love the gray. This one's called Thera-pewter, and it's just same issue here for me. I couldn't get it to the opacity that I wanted, and it's a really pretty shade of gray though. It's like it's in between really light and medium gray, and I don't know. I just wasn't totally in love with this one. Alright, this next one is kind of a mix between a tan and like a berry. It's called Cotta Terracotta, and I did enjoy this one again. This is the last of the kind of purpley kind of ones. Of course, it doesn't really look that purple. It's kind of more like a deep rose tan. But yeah, I did really like this one. I thought it was very pretty, and so we're looking at 2 coats again, just like with the rest of them. And yeah, I like this one. But you guys, you pick which ones are your favorites based on the colors. Alright, so the very last number, I didn't save this for last on purpose, it's just the last number, and it's the last one that they released. This is the green, and it's called Super Cooper. And I did really like this one, which is such a bummer because they literally released so few of them. They even had like a sweepstakes on their website where you could win this polish. And because they were like, it's so rare, try to win it or whatever. Like, why are you doing this, Sinful Colors? You're just, like, for short term, it's gonna make more talk about your brand, but I think long term, it's going to frustrate your customers. So I don't love that they're making their polishes hard to get. In fact, there's another video coming up in a few days that they did the exact same thing. So I'm not loving this marketing strategy, but this color is really pretty. It's just this beautiful, dusty kind of Irish green. It's like a sage green. It has that same flakiness in there. And this one does get a nice level of opacity at 2 coats. So I hate to recommend this one highly to you, but I would put it in my top 3 favorites out of the whole collection. If you happen to spot it, definitely grab it, especially if you are a Sinful Colors collector. I know, who knows, maybe they might release a whole bunch more of these down the road. I don't know, but for now they're acting like this is a really rare one. So if you happen to spot it, I've been keeping an eye out at all my Walgreens and my Rite Aid and haven't seen it yet. So I think it's just going to like certain stores. So that's my guess for now. But anyway, I wanted to be able to show it to you just in case you do happen to have this near you and you had been wondering if you should grab it. Well, here, now you know what it looks like. All right, you guys, that is the whole review. Thank you for being patient with me, waiting for me to get this review up while I was trying to track down that one last rogue polish. Yeah, that's gonna be it today, you guys. Like I said, I think I liked a little bit less than half, I'd say. I probably enjoyed 4 of these. And that's kind of pushing it because I didn't really love the teal that much once I saw that it was going to stain around my fingers. But the point of this video is not for me to tell you which ones my favorites are. The point is to watch the live application and see the swatches. So I hope that it gave you the information that you were looking for. Thank you for spending some time with me today, you guys. I hope you are having an awesome day. I will see you back for the next review. Don't forget to stop back on by. If you've been missing any of my videos lately, I've still had people telling me that they're not seeing my videos in their subscription feed. You have to make sure you hit that little bell right next to where it says subscribe. You might be subscribed, but you haven't hit that bell yet, and for some reason, YouTube's new algorithm, they're not showing all of my, any creators' videos, unless you hit the little stinking bell. So anyway, you guys, I love you so much. I will see you back for the next one. Take care. Bye.